are coming in. Remember this, despite the court's explicit orders on that. But before that, S. Prakash of the BJP is also joining us here on the show. Mr. S. Prakash, I'd like to come to you. The court has observed, the Karnataka High Court had said there are unseen hands at work to engineer social unrest and disharmony, this within the campuses. Do you think now finally, with the discovery of the role that Riaz would have played, that this hidden hand is now coming to light?
No, the High Court order is very clear. The uniform policy must be adhered. But the forces behind this hijab movement are the ones who are troubleshooters. Now they are all being exposed. Students should focus on their studies, not on the religious symbols. I hope the students would worry about their career rather than all these insignificant things. The Karnataka government is very clear. Wherever there is a uniform policy, everybody should adhere to the uniform prescribed by the particular institution. That is what is the rule. And a rule, nobody is above the rule.
But Mr. S. Prakash, are you going to look into a possible hidden hand? Because even the court had said that all of a sudden, in the middle of an academic term, this issue has been generated, unseen hands are at work. This is what the court has said. Is the BJP government, which is in power in the state, going to look into the possible hidden hand now that we have exposed that there is a possibility of a PFI hand behind it?
Already exposed the person who was addressing the press meet and the person who was agitating in the Mangaluru are one and the same, who belongs to campus front of India.
Yes.
It is not a hidden hand. It is brazenly known to everybody, and that person must be punished. He should be, the law should take its action against him. He is unnecessarily instigating the student and damaging their education career, which is very important.
Absolutely.
I hope the Home Minister will take note of it, and the district administration will also look into it and ensure the peace will prevail and the education atmosphere is not disturbed.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. S. Prakash. The first reaction that in from the BJP, S. Prakash saying that it's important that the Home Minister takes cognizance of what Times Now has also put to forth. We have not just revealed the hidden hand, we are showing you proof of the same man, Riaz, who was part of the PFI protests, also part of the students' press conference demanding hijab to return to the campus. Now, will there be action? Well, that's the big question. Meanwhile, this is what the Congress has to say.
ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊಂದಲ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಸಬೇಕು. ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? 15-10 ಬೇಕಾಗಿ 10 ಜನ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ. ಇವರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ? ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದಾ?
Well, in fact, let me go across to Imran. Imran, repeatedly, after the court observed that there indeed was a hidden hand, a lot of PFI prodding is now coming to light. Just to quote some of them, PFI posters were put up on the school gate which called for a unity march in Shivamoga. There were cops who were probing the PFI link to the violence which had happened. Then there was a Federation of Muslim groups who were also blaming the CFI, saying that their stand is very rigid amongst a discussion which has happened on the solution. This instigation again and again has been coming to light. But so far, has any action been taken against the PFI or the CFI when it comes to hijab provocations?
Well, that's a question the state government is unwilling to answer, that even after, despite their claim that it's the PFI and Campus Front of India behind the agitations which happened in Mangaluru, during we saw that entire, for 2 months, it not only hit the district, Udupi district, but not just state, but even reverberated in the UP, Uttar Pradesh elections. And now the thing is that the state government said that these groups are behind it, but so far they also constituted a committee to look into this, but so far no action has come forth from it. These people.
Well, in fact, do stay on with us. Bharat Shetty is joining us, the MLA of Mangalore. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Shetty. Your first reaction. Now it appears that the hidden hand, as Mr. S. Prakash was earlier saying, is no longer hidden. It's out in the open, and Times Now is getting you proof on your screen.
Yeah. No, I was going to say that only. It was never hidden. From day one only, whatever happened in Udupi, it was the Campus Front of India and the PFI has been behind it. And the whole of the issue died down. The problem here is they don't have a political space, proper political space. They are fighting for some attention and some political space also in this region. So they are misusing the students very badly. Not that all, there are tons of Muslim girls attending the college day in, day out. Nothing is happening. They are just instigating few students so that they have an issue at hand. So they can disturb the whole process of the education system as well as law and order also.
But Mr. Shetty, my heart really goes out to the 6 young girl students who were made the centerpiece, if we can call it, of the entire hijab row. They didn't even give their exams because they said no hijab, no exam, didn't set for their example. So these people, the provocations, the instigations, with all of that, what they are doing is putting lives and futures at stake. And that's the problem here.
100%, you're right about this. See, now we need community leaders from that particular community to come out and, say all these things are wrong. Uniform is a uniform. They cannot mix education with religion and make a mess out of the whole system.
But will your government take action against it, Mr. Shetty?
Against
PFI, the CFI and those who are inciting?
So whoever is flaunted the law and whoever is trying to, break the law, 100% we are going to take action on that and we are going to be strict on that.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Bharat Shetty. So the BJP, on the face of it, at least, is saying that no one's going to be allowed to get away after breaking the law. But so far, remember, as Imran was also telling us, no concrete action seems to have been taken. Meanwhile, this is what the Congress has to say.
ಸಮದಲೆಗೆ ಗೊಂದಲ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಸಬೇಕು. ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಚಿಲ್ಲರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? 15-10 ಬೇಕಾಗಿ 10 ಜನ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ. ಇವರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ? ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ನಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದಾ? ನಾನು ಈ ದೇಶದ ಕಾನೂನಿಗೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಹೊರತು ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ನಾನು ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದು, ನಾನು ಬೇಡದಾಗ ನಾನು ನೋಡೋದು ಆಗ್ತದಾ? ಈ ದೇಶದ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಅವಕಾಶಗಳು ಇವರು ಫಾರಿನ್ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಆಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನಂತೇಳಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಹೋಗಲಿ ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸೌದಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋರಿಗೆ.
Back across to Imran. Imran, you were discussing the role that PFI, CFI allegedly have played in the campus violence, as we have seen in some of the places, and a lot of misdemeanors which have come in, and the boycotts and the protests which have happened in the campuses across Karnataka. What action has been taken against this NIA designated radical organization?
Well, you don't see any actual action being taken by the state government. Even then, whenever these issues flare up, the state government makes very strong statements against organizations like PFI and CFI, but we won't see any action following through. In fact, even from their own BJP members, Tejasvi Surya, a member of parliament from Jaina constituency, and others, Shobha Karnalaje, had even written to the NIA, to the to the union government to initiate NIA probe into this hijab incident. But we don't see anything coming through out of it. As far as the girls are concerned, saying that this CFI is on the ground is one organization which is helping them out, and CFI vice versa says that they approached us for support and hence we are giving them support. Beyond it, they have nothing much to say. But as Deepak has pointed out very clearly, that in the press conference itself, the CFI Campus Front of India representative was there, even probably dictating and directing them what to speak to media and what answers to be given to particular media organizations about their role and why this hijab issue is coming or flaring up again, even when it has gone from High Court, which said that our campus development committees, CDCs will have the overall power as to decide what will the uniform code will be there in campuses, and now the matter has gone to Supreme Court, which despite appeals by the girl students and the lawyers to urgently hear this case, the Supreme Court has taken its own time, saying that it's not a matter of urgency and they will hear it as its convenience. Now the matter, what has happened is that in the Mangaluru University and also in Putturu, where the Uppinangady college, where we saw that clashes happening between pro-hijab and anti-hijab students, where saffron students have also carried out a signature campaign saying that girl students should not be allowed inside campuses wearing hijab. It's a violation of High Court order. The college authorities had held several meetings with the girl students. After that, they have been suspended for a week in the campus right now, and that's
right.
Also we are hearing that 24 girl students in the Mangaluru University also been given suspension order for 1 week. Now the issue refuses to die down. There
Right.
are still students demanding that they should be allowed inside campus.
Well, keep trying the developments on that front. Of course, interesting political reactions also coming in. The opposition says sterner action needs to be taken. The BJP on the face of it says, yes, we will act. But so far, the provocation and incitement by the PFI and the CFI are continuing unabated, trying to stir up the entire hijab row despite the court's orders. Thank you for that mega exclusive, Deepak Bopanna. Also, Imran, for joining us with your TD.